Thank you very much for coming. And I was really expressed by your presentation. And my first question is, what's the idea behind the SolitAir Express model, business model? And actually, I'm interested, as far as I understand, you are focusing on the narrow bodies. And it is very unusual for air cargo world, because the companies prefers big volumes, big capacity, and you focus to quite different segment. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Very good question. Thank you, Alexei. One thing I have to be honest with you, I always say, keep the main thing the main thing. And in this matters is, today, narrow body is short. As a result, most of the airline, if you take any of the big airline, they all have wide body aircrafts.
Yes.
And when I start looking into, if I'm going back into that segment, and I'm going back into, this is Hamdi 3.0, right? So I've done the first one in India, the second one in the GCC, and then this is the third one now in my life. And I said, I'm never gonna get into a wide body aircraft. I wanna get into the narrow body aircraft. Let the big guys always feed into us. And this is what I said, we don't compete, we complement each other. Let them focus on continent to continent. Let them use the wide body to bring it into us, and then we do the spokes. So if you take the model, the old model that FedEx built during my career with FedEx, which is the hub and the spokes. So I want the hub to hub wide body aircraft. From the hub to the spokes, it has to be a narrow body. And that's where we come in.
Yeah, great. And so how's your startup experience been for so far? So what's your impressions of the development?
You see, aviation, unlike any other business. Why? Because every second count, number one. Number two, you have to have the know-how. And you have to surround yourself with people with the know-how. So knowledge is very, very important in this industry.
Yes.
Every industry can tell me it is the same. No. Why? Because it is this is number three, the only industry, either you're up in the air or you're on the ground. And if you're on the ground, that means you crash.
Yes.
So you have no choice. You have to exceed and excel, and you practice, and you have to be precise, and you have zero tolerance. You cannot make a mistake. I tell my people, we are like a heart surgeon. If a heart surgeon says he's 99%, that means for every 100 patients, one passed away, one died. In our industry, we have to be 100%.
Yes.
And as a result, either you're ready to do that or get out.
And what's your plans for growth, for expansion? What are your plans? Yes.
Well, our plan is obviously to go where the business is needed. As you saw, my logo, Connecting Global South.
Yes.
And being in Connecting Global South, so I have weakness to Africa. I have weakness to the Indian subcontinent. I have weakness to Central Asia, because those countries, God give them a lot of goodies, a lot of good things, and all these good things in the ground. Somebody need to take it from the ground to out to the air. Okay, so if it's precious metals, or if it's oil and gas, or if it's agriculture or manufacturing, all these things need to move out. These countries, they're not gonna make money from just doing the same thing day in and day out and expect different results. They need to export. And trade in today's world, it is the only way of source. If you don't have oil, what's your second income? It has to come from where? It has to come from a trade. You look at e-commerce and what e-commerce have done for China in the last 4 or 5 years. And look at all the countries that excel. And I'm glad to see the IATA report today to see Central Asia doing extremely well a little bit now more on the export than what it was before. Before it was almost close to 90% import. Today, it's moving a little bit from up to maybe 80 or 75 and 20 to 25 export. And we like to see that more and more in all of these countries. And only that gonna happen when people like us come in and invest to help the trade, between those young countries, the Africa, the Middle East, the Indian subcontinent, the Central Asia, the Stands, the Russians. So that need to grow. And as a result, even if we do trade with each other, just in the global South, we'll make a lot of money.
And I think that in your business model, you need some good digital tools to make all these connections, because you have maybe so you have different sorts of cargo, and you need to connect everything together.
Well, you came into another sore spot for me. I always say we are a technology company with transportation on top. It's not the other way around. So without technology, without digitals, we cannot succeed. And this is really another secret of the sauce in the aviation industry. You have to be resilient when it comes to IT, digitals. So you always have to mechanize the routine and humanize the exception. So when you say mechanize the routine, that means you need to have IT. You need to have now the AI. That's the age that we live in. You have to meet the customer expectation. Very important. How to meet customer expectation? You have to be faster. And how are you going to be able to be faster? You have to be digital. And if you're not digital, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah. And how are you going to find customers? Yes.
To find customer is very important. It is, remember one thing, customer give you one chance.
Yes.
And if you don't do well in that first chance, they might think twice and give you a second chance. But there is no third chance. So the only way you can be able to capture customers is by meeting their expectation, not experience. I get allergy when I hear customer experience or customer CRM, customer relation management. This is old from the past. It's about customer expectation. I have to meet your expectation for you to believe in me, for you to give me more. And that's the only way we're going to be able to win the war. And you can imagine if every company just go out and meet customer expectation, this world will be in a better place what it is today.
Sure. And so what's your vision for SolitAir in next 3 years?
Wow. Well, you probably heard it here first. In 3 years, I'd like to be an IBO. And this either in Europe or in the US, or I don't know, could be in the Middle East as an IBO company, and also triple the size of fleet that we have today.
So it will be about 30.
Close to that.
Close.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. And the last question: what is your opinion about this event?
Well, so far I am happy to see the amount of people from the industry, unlike any event I have attended before, and it's all because the focus on Central Asia, which is very good. And now we'd like to see more and more of this, and I'll be your biggest ambassador in everywhere I'm gonna go, because I'm speaking after in Saudi, and I'm speaking in Brussels also at the end of the month. And I do about 5 or 6 public speaking a month. So I'll make sure that you got more customer coming into here, because I think this is the upcoming stars, especially in the Stans country, in the Central Asia.
Okay, thank you very much.
Keep it up.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Please come to our next event.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.